Howdy there everybody and welcome to Watch Me Talk About This that I got yesterday. I have had it now for a day and a half. I also have a D-Mac here which seems really risky with D in it. Maybe I shall put it a little bit further away. So I won't make any mistakes. Costly mistakes. But yeah, I got the Switch 2 yesterday. I wasn't really planning on getting it like the launch day. I had only cash to buy it. Like I had been saving money for like almost a year, I think, just putting like 20 euros or something like that to the side, and then it just build up and build up. And then when they revealed the price, I was like, this is maybe not going to cut it. Need to save a little bit more. So I didn't even. I think I had the money like a couple of weeks ago when it was a bit late to pre-order already. And yeah, my plan was just to go to the shop and get it in the morning, hoping that they would have something in the shop. But the biggest two like shops that sell electronics, they were like out of stock. If you went to pre-order, you needed to wait after the launch day to get yours. But there was a third store which is also quite big, and during this week I noticed that they had like stock in the online store. They had it said that there is Switch 2s in stock, but it didn't tell how much. And then I was just daily like refreshing and seeing might they come into the store so I can like order them. Yeah, it was random time. It wasn't even in the morning. It was in the middle of the day. I refreshed the page and noticed, oh, I can now order it like pick up and pay. Go there and pay there, and it's ordered for me. And I did that, and like a couple hours later when I went to check it, everything was out. So I think I just got lucky with my timing. And yeah, the whole week after that, I have been just like telling myself, because I didn't need to pay anything beforehand. It was just that you order it, and they give you a warning when you need to go pick it up, and then you have 24 hours to pick it up. And if you don't pick it up, then it just cancels. And I was feeling like, surely they are not going to prioritize that. Like, surely like people who pay online, they are going to like give the Switches to them, and not somebody who maybe is not going to show up and pick it up. Like, you only needed to sign up to do that. So the whole week I have been just like, I would be really excited to get it, but I'm telling myself, don't think about that. You are not going to get it. Something is going to happen. And then the night before it, I couldn't sleep. I was like a fucking young boy. So excited I couldn't sleep. My tooth also started to hurt, which made it a little bit hard. But yeah. And then I had an early wake up because I have like a practical work for the summer, and I have flexible hours, so I may or may not like wake up 11, 12 a.m. in the morning, and the shop opened like 9 a.m. So I was a little bit dead when I went there and got it, and I was there immediately when the shop opened, and there was nobody else. I was expecting like more people to be picking it up, and the ones that were pre-ordered, they were nicely like in bags behind the counter. And when they went to get mine, they needed to go to the back room. And I was like, yeah, they didn't maybe expect. Like, the order like was for me, but it was in the back. Like, in case if somebody didn't come to pick it up. It wasn't like in a bag or anything like that. And then I just got it. And felt really happy. I needed to go to a to buy food from like a market. After that, I was driving with my car, and I had a backpack where I put it. And when I went to the shop, I was like, do I really want to leave it to the car? Like, I'm going to hide it behind like the front, like the leg space where you put your leg. Like in Finland, you don't need to worry about somebody like trying to get in your car to steal stuff. But at that time I was like, dude, do I want to leave it there? But yeah, it was fine. And yeah, my plan was to like record this video yesterday, maybe unboxing it and talking about how I feel about it. But I was so tired, there was no chance, and also the online is filled with that stuff. So I'm just going to tell like my impressions on it after 1.5 days of playing it. I have been playing quite a lot, and I must say, when I opened the box and first got my hands on the screen, I was like, this is enormous compared to the original one. Oh, you can see me from there, hello. And also from this screen. This is like the reflections that go in this, but yeah. It's quite heavy and it's quite big. When I had this in my hands, I was like, my hands when I'm playing the Switch, I usually play it before I go to sleep, like an hour before I go to sleep. And sometimes my hands start to like, well, what is the word for that? Cramp is not the right word, I don't think, but yeah, they get a little bit tired holding it in that specific position. And now I'm like thinking, that is quite heavy. How fast do my hands like get tired of that? And then when I plugged in the screen and saw it, it is amazing. Like, I haven't had the OLED model, I have had the original LCD model. This doesn't even, I don't think this had the like better battery. This was the first batch. I didn't get it at launch. This is actually the first console I have gotten in launch, or at launch. I got it like less than a year after launch. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, the screen on that is my reference point. And this screen, I don't think I can showcase it here. I can take like a footage. Like on my phone, to showcase it better. But it was literally jaw-dropping. It looks so good. And it makes me like sad that we don't have like Netflix or Amazon Prime on this. Because when I go to sleep, I might watch like a episode of House or something like that on my small screen on my phone. This would be amazing. The colors on this are freaking amazing. So that makes me a little bit sad. And it's also massive in your hands to hold it. Like, when I first took this in my hands and like gave it a feel, I was like, how is any kid going to play this? And it feels really premium. One like positive thing immediately that I noticed is the kickstand. When I first opened it, I was like, is there like there's a click on the original Switch one, and I was like, when it's going to click and I can move it more. But it had just like so much resistance because this sticks to literally any position. It doesn't like click click click. It can stay in any position it wants to be, and it feels really sturdy. Like this time out, I can use that, and I don't need to like be worried about the Switch falling or anything like that. And I can see myself also using it. And then overall, what I have played on this and the experience I have had with it, I really like it. But there are like minor things. I'm a Finn, so I always like talking about things that I don't like. There are like minor things. First thing is the Joy-Cons are really nice. One of the things that I was the most excited for this system was the mouse controls, because after I got myself my PC like, what, 10 years ago, I haven't been able to go back to console and play like shooter games. It just feels wrong, so I'm very excited to give these a go. There's really nothing that I can try at the moment. I guess Fortnite has an update next day that lets me like try out the mouse controls. They don't have it in the game yet. So I can't really say how they feel. In the menu, like home menu, you can use them and it feels nice. It feels nice, okay. Between okay and nice. But the previews that I have watched, people have praised how well it like feels to play on it, considering what it is. So yeah, I'm excited to give it a go. I don't have an opinion on it yet. And when it comes to the Joy-Cons, they are quite big. Like, one thing that I like the original Switch's controls is that you can play them. For example, when I sit on a couch, I can take them in my both hands and have my hands free and play them. And these things are tiny, yes, but when you play them like this, separated, they feel quite nice in my hands. Like, I reach everything quite nicely, and they sit in my hands very well. And when I have these in my hands, they feel real bulky. I don't know how to like... what is the proper, like, how I want to have them in my hands. One thing that is also causing problems with that is that these have like very sharp edges. Like nothing that you can hurt with yourself. But the original Switch controllers or the Joy-Cons, they have like a lot of rounded edges that feel nice to your hand. These things, for example, like the edges on these, like they aren't like sharp, but when you are holding them in your hand, it doesn't feel as nice as if it was rounded. And same applies when you have these that you can attach to your Joy-Cons to use them in the mouse mode. You can also use them in your hand. They also feel a little bit like bulky. And yeah, it takes me some time to get used to this. Like, the original Switch controllers I can just take in my hand and it feels like immediately nice. These take a little bit time to get used to. And talking about the sharp edges, I immediately noticed like this, I don't know, remember what this button is called, the top button. Like the edge here, where it is out, it's very sharp. Like when you hand rubs against it. I don't know if that's the right word to say, but there are like many things like that that don't feel that nice in your hand. Also, this I can't showcase to you, but there is like two plastic parts that are together, and the one on this edge is sticking out a tiny bit. Not that you can barely feel it, but it is there. Like how premium the console feels, I feel like these could have felt a little bit better in your hands, but I'm still happy with them. And also, again with the sharp edges, like when I'm talking about sharp, I want to still say it's not like actually sharp, it's just like annoying edges to hold. You have the Joy-Con grip, and in the Switch one, when you slit them in, these edges on the controller, how can I show them? These curved in, like towards the controllers, so it felt nice to like hold in your hands. But because of these need to like not slide in, but like you attach them from the side. Can you see it? Yeah. These parts, they can't be like curved in, because then it would make it a little bit harder to attach these. And it doesn't like, when you are holding it in your hand, you are feeling the edge of that, and it doesn't feel as nice as the Switch one. It doesn't feel like horrendous or anything like that, but it's tiny minor things that caught my attention. And those are like tiny little things that I noticed. I don't think there's anything else that I'm not pleased with. Other than the battery life, it feels like it goes in seconds. How fast it runs out of battery. But on the other hand, it's not a problem for me, because I either have it plugged in my TV or I just play it in my bed, and I always have it charging, even with the Switch one. So then that's not really a problem with me, but it feels like it goes out in like an hour and a half. But yeah, those are like the annoyances and things that I still need to get used to with it. Otherwise, I'm loving it. It was a positive surprise to me that like all their Switch games got a performance boost. Like if they had a frame rate that was capped, for example, in 30, and there are places where it's not hitting that 30, it dips below that. On Switch 2, it can run it better, so it stays at 30, it won't dip anymore. And it makes many games like feel a lot better. For example, I have Dragon Quest Builders 2. It's a game that I really liked. I bought it when it launched, played through it, put like 100 hours into it, and that was the story then. And then you have like endgame, where you can build stuff. It's like a RPG mixed with Minecraft. And the endgame, the frame rate was so horrendous, I could not play it. And now that I tested it with this, it runs like smooth 30 FPS. And I'm happy. It's a game I have wanted to go back in and play. And then also other games that I tested. Pokemon Violet, I played it on the channel a tiny bit. I think the first episode I uploaded, then I recorded another one. And the frame rate then was so bad, I was like, I can't play this. I'm like, it was unplayable to me. And now that I tried it, it got a Switch 2 upgrade, better FPS and like better resolution, and it doesn't look like much better. I think it's in 4K, possibly, maybe, I don't know. Like, everything is high resolution, but my problem with the visual look was always how like empty the world looked, and like how, for example, the ground textures and the grass and everything looked a little bit like bad. But the FPS is now 60 FPS and it's so smooth. When I first picked it up and played it, I was like, oh, what is this? Same when I plugged in Tears of the Kingdom and gave it a go, and it also runs 60 FPS. I don't remember what other things they have upgraded there. I think it might run 4K, possibly. But yeah, the FPS just felt amazing. I was like, oh, what is this, PC gaming? I haven't used that feeling on like a handheld. And yeah, then I have been playing a lot of Mario Kart. And it has been fun. It grew on me. When I first picked it and went to like explore the open world that you can explore, there were the blue button challenges, that there's a blue button that you can press in the open world and it opens up a challenge, like a short challenge from like 10 seconds to a couple of minutes. And I've been grinding those and having fun with them. And first I was like, when I was doing them, I was like, this world feels a little bit empty, like apart from them. But then I have just realized the world is meant to be just drove around. It's fun to like explore and see what is in there, and then you do the P challenges, learn the game, how it works, and then you go race online. And yeah, I have really liked it. One thing that I'm terrible with is the like wall jumping. It feels a little bit weird that the button you use to drift the car, if you are going straight and you press it or hold it, it charges your car and then you can jump on the side and jump on a wall. It feels like, I don't like it how it feels like, for example, if you are turning in your car and you want to ride a wall, at least how I understand it at the moment, you need to stop turning. For example, if you are in a tunnel that turns, you stop turning, charge it, and then jump on a wall. But I don't know, it feels a little bit weird, because then in a corner you are just going to go straight and maybe you are not aligned with the wall and you just go head on. I don't know, it doesn't feel that great to me yet. But I think it's just a skill issue I need to get better on. And the courses that are in the game, they look amazing and they have so much personality. The races I have done, it's like 40% of me focusing on the race and trying to win it, and 60% of me just looking around and being like, this looks amazing. And it also runs really smoothly, like 60 FPS I assume. Feels really good to play. And yeah, now at the moment I don't have like many new games I want to play on this, just Mario Kart. And then I want to play other older games that had like FPS that will hamper the experience. For example, I started playing Echoes of Wisdom yesterday, and it feels so good. It looks like the look on the Switch 1 was a little bit blurry. It always looked great, but it looked a little bit blurry. Now it's not at all blurry. It's gorgeous on this screen, and it runs 60 FPS, I assume. It feels so much better to play. So those are the games I'm going to like continue playing. At the moment, there isn't really games that I'm that interested in coming this system, like Kirby Air Ride, the Pokemon game, not maybe my cup of tea. Depends on the price. Donkey Kong Bonanza is something I want to play and I'm excited for. I hope there will be a game that like uses the mouse controls more, like a shooter or something like that, and I get to experience them better. And yeah, other than that, there isn't really anything that I'm like, I need to get that. I'm just happy I got the system, and I have some fun games to play with it. And same with the Switch 1. Like, overall, the quality of the games didn't release. They were really good. Like, almost every game they released got at least like a good rating on Metacritic, and overall the reception was good. And you know they are like, for example, Fire Emblem has tactical combat, or like top-down grid-based combat, I don't know what to call it. I hadn't played anything like that before it, and it was a perfect like jumping in point. Same, ARMS was a like fun like way to get into fighting games and see how they work. And stuff like that, they are really good entry points to like learn new genres and just have fun. And that's what I'm excited for at the moment. So yeah, just excited for this console and excited to play it more. I'm still, when I plug this or open this, I'm still amazed how good it looks. Like, legit, I have no complaints. I'm happy with the price. I think it was fair for what this console is, and like how strong it needed to be performance-wise to last another like 5 to 8 years. It needed to be like, the technology is moving so fast, so it needed to be very capable compared to the consoles we have at the moment, and that's how it feels like. Only thing that I have, like, pricing wise, I don't mind the console's price. Game prices, so far what I have seen, I'm like happy with. I think the prices are justified, but it's like a game by game case for me. For example, at basketball game, I don't remember, was it 50 or 40 euros? I'm not paying that much for it, it's like 20 euros for me. But other than that, I think, considering like the economical turmoil we are in, I don't know if that's a good sentence, and how much people have been laid off from the gaming industry, I'm happy to pay like 10 euros more for the games. If the game is worth it in my eyes, I'm happy to pay them. So yeah, I'm happy with the console. That's the message of this video. I think it's like close to everything that I wanted. I'm yet to test the mouse controls like really. But other than that, I'm happy with everything. I'm just excited to play more. So that's what I'm going to do now. So goodbye. Get out of here so I can go play.